This is the most simplified AI booking bot for cleaning businesses. And trust me, I'm working on a few things with different bots. And GHL just came out with this a few weeks ago as I'm shooting this video. So it's in beta still for a few things. But we've tested this. It works great. And I'm excited to share with you guys this case study. Now, first things first is you can use this for pretty much any business. I like to be practical, show you guys real case studies with what we're actually doing, what we're creating. So this one's specifically for cleaning businesses. But if you're somebody that's trying to book appointments, put people on your calendar on autopilot once you generate a lead, this is one of the most simplest ones I've seen out there. With all my friends in the industry spending all this money on different bots, now we have it with GHL, and it's so amazing. Go high level, by the way, for GHL. Now, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to have different versions of this. So this is the most simplified version. I'm going to show you how to build it out. But since we're testing this with a ton of our cleaning business clients, whenever we see what works, we'll just implement it across all our cleaning business clients pages. And then whenever, obviously, I get into different industries, which we are, then we're just going to implement it and see what's best. So it's so cool because we get a portfolio that we get to help. And I genuinely want to help every cleaning business that we're working with to simplify their workflow. So this is the step-by-step guide. I did a quick how to do, or like what this looks like. This is actually us building this step-by-step. And whether you want me to build this for you, we can build it for you. It'll be, obviously there'll be a price tag, but if you think you can build this yourself, this is everything you need on how to click step-by-step. If you want access to this GDoc, then go to my free group. I'll make sure I link that below and you'll get access to all that, okay? So let's talk about this. This is super exciting for me. The website form, the CRM, the phone call, and the close, these are the pieces that a lot of cleaning businesses have. So we'll run ads. Right now it's Google Ads, works for a lot of the cleaning businesses. And then we'll do Facebook retargeting. And then it goes to their website that they have a website form. We kind of came in here and built the CRMs for a lot of our clients. And this is the nurture sequence. And this is pretty much where the bot is going to be utilized to be able to book a phone call on automation that eventually closes the deal. So a lot of the cleaning businesses that we work with, they need a phone call or maybe text messaging, but they need to give them the quote over a call and then send them an agreement to sign, and then they can take the credit cards or the payment and close. Okay, so this is really what it looks like. So I just want to show you guys like the big picture and how the bot plays a role in the CRM space. So here is what it looks like. Again, you guys will get access to this. I'll give it to you guys. It's a very simple build out, again, when you guys see this. So a trigger that starts this is the survey submitted. So once they submit the survey, the form onto the page, it triggers the appointment booking conversation AI bot. And then it eventually tries to get it to the appointment to be booked. And then there's internal notifications on when somebody gets booked onto the calendar. So what problem do we solve? More qualified leads with intent to get their homes cleaned automatically, booked on a scheduler for a call. This is great because what cleaning businesses are doing is they'll get the intake form, and then when their VA or their admin office, whoever, the administration office, whoever looks at all the people that filled out the next day in the morning, they'll see like, oh, 10 people filled it from when we were closed to overnight to this morning. Now imagine if the bot would book all 10 of those calls, or at least a good amount, to a designated call. So then the client expects a call at a certain time instead of whoever's in, they'll go in. And I've been in sales for a long time, right? I started in sales and I was selling a lot of digital products and services. So I understand that the book calls usually pick up more than just randomly calling and disrupting the middle of their day. So that's why I like this. So it books more qualified calls 24/7, whether you have people clocked in or not. This is the greatest part. It's meeting the client or the customer where they're at. So who is this for? It's for cleaning business owners wanting to add more automation in their nurture system for qualified leads. It is for service-based business owners looking to book more qualified leads into their appointment calendar. So if you're running a service-based business, you can take this exact same bot. It's for agency owners that wants to learn how to leverage AI to book more appointments on autopilot. Maybe you're an agency owner and you want to help other businesses. This is going to be a good tool in your tool belt on building that. Okay. So let's talk about what the bot actually does. So 3 simple things on like, why is this bot important? What does it actually do? The bot, number one is it auto replies. Again, 24/7, it's working for you. So it saves times for the VA. Most cleaning businesses we've helped, they would need to call for more additional info. again, it's disrupting the client. Let's say the business closes at 5 o'clock. They put an intake form at 5:30. They don't hear from the business until 8 a.m. or 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever the next day is. Imagine if they got a text right away, right after they filled out the form. So it saves time, money for both the VA and business. We've added a few more qualifying questions within this process. So this is just, again, examples, okay? Great to hear. Are you interested in recurring cleaning services or just a one-time clean? And then this is the booking bot, the blue. And then obviously this is the client, the lead. For now, just a one-time clean, but maybe interested in recurring in the future. So we're just gathering data. After they fill up a form, we ask additional questions. Those that engage, it just books an appointment right away, which is so cool because, again, the more they engage with the business and with your bot, the more intention they have, the more buying intent they have for the services. Number 2 is it qualifies leads. So the more engaged a lead is, the more intent they have to purchase the service. Exactly what I just said. So it qualifies these leads. That's what this bot does. We've noticed if they reply to the business, they are most likely committed to the service. Get on calls with booked qualified leads. Again, we ask questions. Or is this a 1, a 10? Like how dirty? And then 7, it's pretty dirty, right? So we're just, again, asking questions. I'm going to go through a full on script that we tested just to show you guys. Okay, so number 2 is it qualifies leads. Number 3, it books quality appointments. That is the whole goal, is to figure out what qualifies a lead. And since we're working with so many different clients on this, we're able to see what actually qualifies a lead. So it gets a lead booked into the calendar to finalize the quote. And then these leads are ideally interested in the service and committed to booking a clean for their property. So then tomorrow, here's the date. Hey, we have available slots tomorrow, this time. And then I was like, can you do the afternoon? So I was testing the bot to see if the bot would switch up to the afternoon. And obviously it did. And I'll show you guys that. So it books quality appointments. This is the point of the bot. Auto-replying, being able to qualify the lead, and then book a quality appointment, high-quality appointment. Cool. So that is what the bot does. Now, we're going to talk about setup. I'm going to show you guys how to simply set this up in 4 simple steps, okay? And I'm going to actually walk you through to make sure that all the settings are right. Okay, so we're in the back with the Conversation AI. This is settings. You go to Conversation AI. It will probably be toggled as off here. You want to make sure you hit autopilot. So click here, autopilot. And then you have different supported channels. You can do Instagram, Facebook. If your Facebook or Instagram are connected, it could do this. I'd recommend testing with SMS first. So go ahead and just click SMS. Okay. And then there's a bot trial. So you can try this just by training and trial. Business name, this is not needed. It'll just do the location name. And then for the autopilot mode, I have right here for 30 seconds. So if you're configuring the settings, you want to make sure it's 30 seconds. The maximum message is about consent to a contact. You want to do the max, which is 25. Wouldn't want to have someone that continues to spam and they're not even, again, ideally a good lead, qualified lead. So 25. And then the send bot to sleep when I send a message manually or through workflow. Now, I had it for 2 hours, but something happened where I recently just tested this. And again, I'm always learning, and we're always learning and doing different things daily, implementing with our clients. So I just did it to seconds, 1 second, and I just implemented this. So you'll see probably the screenshot's a little bit different, but I just added this, and I think this is wise if somebody from the team's already talking so the bot doesn't automatically reply. And I'll talk about this towards the end too, but it's 2 cents per response for the bot, okay? And we'll talk about pricing and what that looks like. So step 1 is Conversation AI. You want to go right here under settings. You go to settings and then you'll see this. And then you want to set it up just like this, and then you're going to hit here, and you're just going to hit save. Cool. And then save. So this is good to go. Step 1 is Conversation AI settings set up. Okay, step 1. Step 2, you need to get A2P verification if you're going to be doing this for SMS. So you want to get verified A2P. I have another YouTube video explaining this step by step with a free Notion guide in that description, which is right here. And I've done this for all our clients. It works. They get approved within literally the hour, even minutes for some accounts. If you want to do SMS, which I highly recommend, you want to make sure you do A2P verification. But if you're just trying to do Instagram replies or Facebook, then this is not needed. Okay, so step 2, make sure you are A2P verified. Okay, and I'm not going to go through this again because I have a whole video walking you through this with all the templates, all the stuff that you guys can have there. Step 3, you want to set up your calendar. Okay, set up your calendar. So I go back, and it says right here in calendars. And what you want to do is you just want to hit create calendar. And it's so cool because as I'm shooting this today, High Level just started this personal booking one, which I could probably do a whole video on that. But Yeah, they just launched it in the group. I just saw it. I usually choose round robin. So round robin, calendar name, you want to name the calendar. If you have team members, this is the team members that are assigned to it. So if you have a VA or other staff account, and then you want to name it. So let's just say I name this AI cleaning bot calendar. Okay. And then I have a custom and an AI bot calendar clean. Then you put your meeting duration. It's up to you on what you want to do with this. So let's say you do it within the hours, and then you just set this up, okay? So once that's all set up, you just hit confirm, and then it'll create it here. I'm going to show you guys my booking, the AI book bot. This is the example. Just hit edit. And then however you guys want to do it, just to make this neat. Again, this is if you want to put it like as a, I think of like as a widget, or what do you call that, on the website. And you could have all this stuff, make it pretty, make it nice if you guys are going to embed it on a website. Again, descriptions. It's just like if you've done Calendly. It's all here. Okay, connect it, and then just adding that, and then you just save it. Cool. And then make sure you guys also, again, availability, whatever that looks like for your business, how you want to take calls, are you unavailable on these days? So get this set up, meeting intervals, how long that is, meeting duration. Again, just setting all this up so it's good, and it should be pretty self-explanatory setting this up. Cool. So you want to make sure you have your calendar set up for this, and I'm sure based on your day-to-day, you guys can always change things here and there. So step 3 is the calendar. Cool. Step 3 is your calendar setup. Now for the fun part, which is step 4. This is the automation workflow. So we're going to talk about the trigger. We're going to talk about the appointment booking conversation AI bot. And then we're going to talk about the internal notifications, which are right there. So we're here in the automation, and then we see that we have some workflows. This is the one I've been testing to plug into our clients. So that one's good. But I want to build this from scratch for y'all. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and we're just going to hit create workflow, start from scratch. And again, I love to simplify stuff. I'm just a simple person when it comes down to it. Why? Simplicity scales. So let's add the trigger. What is that trigger? For some people, it might be a reply, because what we're doing is we're going to be testing lead forms. So Facebook lead forms, once they do that in, then we start talking to them. Others, if they reply to a text message, SMS, I'm going to be testing a lot of stuff. So I'm just showing you guys how to build this, but we're going to be testing this pretty quick because we have so many accounts that we can test this on. And I'm like, hey, I tell this client, hey, this has worked for them. Would you open it? And then we just start plugging in. And it's so easy because everyone's under our white label. So we're just able to go in and just move things around and make it quick within clicks. And that's why our team is so quick. Okay. That's what I like about this. So let's just say that the trigger is, for example, we could just do form submission. So just do form. And again, Facebook lead form. So let's say they submit a form on the website. Form submission, form submitted, and then you want to add filters. And then you want to select form is, and then whatever that form is. So it could be any one of these forms. Let's just do, it really doesn't matter, A2P1. Okay, and I'm just going to save that. So what it's saying is once a form is submitted, what is the form? You want to filter the form is, and then whatever that form is that you created. You have to obviously create that form. And that's, if you don't know how to create a form, you could Google it, go high level. You just go to sites, go to forms, and then create a form. Okay, that's connected to that. And then what you want to do is once that trigger, they submit that form. What is the next step? It's going to be the conversational AI bot appointment setter. Okay, so we'll click that. Now, there are quite a few things here to set up. Okay, quite a few things. It's not too crazy, I promise. And I already have everything set up right here. So what I'm saying, or what I'm seeing, is number 1, you obviously, the action name is that. Number 2 is you got to get the calendar. So whatever that calendar was, you have to set it, because this is where the bot is going to know what calendar. GHL has given us some stuff already for like the personality. The personality is the bot. So you're a bot tasked to assist customers. Your primary goal is to build trust, guide customers towards booking an appointment. You can help with appointment cancellation. So this is good. I took actually some of this jargon and I added my own. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this. My assistant is called Chrissy, our bot. So your name's Chrissy. About you, you're a highly trained assistant for cleaning businesses that book calls. Your bot has to assist customers. Your primary goal is to build trust and guide customers toward booking an appointment. You cannot help with cancellations, rescheduling. Politely let the customer know you cannot help them with cancellation or rescheduling, only new bookings. And then here comes the objectives, okay? You are given a single question to ask at every reply. Keep at it. Continue the conversation by following the question exactly. You could develop new responses based on the prospect's remarks, but nudge the prospect around the question in your reply. So these are like, hey, these are what I need you to do. If a user has a specific business query about cleaning business, you can refer to our booked call appointment. You're setting them up for it to answer it. Don't be pushy for the book call. If they are not interested, no need to continue the conversation. Number 4, follow all instructions for the conversation. So again, we're not trying to push. Why don't we want to push? Because we want qualified leads. I want our cleaning businesses to win, okay, that we're helping. And I want to make sure that every lead that books, it's a lead that wants to become a client for them. So name your bot or your assistant, whatever you want. My assistant's name is Chrissy. And then here's additional instructions, okay? So this is where, again, with AI, whatever input you put in, that is the output. So the more in-depth the input is, the better the output. Now, obviously, you kind of see how we scripted it here. And there was a lot of people that had different ways. I kind of took the best of all, and then I made ours for cleaning businesses, again, specifically. So it's like, hey, name, this is Chrissy from location, right? Which is the location name of your business. I'm here to schedule a quick call to finalize your cleaning quote for, are you still interested? Now, keep this response under 250 characters. So this is what they do. So the moment they submit the form, this is what the initial message is. And we've tweaked this for different, for each business. Everyone's different, okay? It's understanding the language and how to speak to their ideal clients. Now, kind of just going through this, and it's pretty quick. Your appointment booking concierge for a local cleaning business called that specializes in cleaning residential homes. Our calendar operates on Pacific Standard Time. I had to put that just in case. But I think there's already settings that say where they're booking it for, which is cool. You're interacting with homeowners, Airbnb owners, short-term rental managers, or those moving in or out of residential properties. They've recently filled out a quote form on our website because they're interested in having their home cleaned. Some may want a one-time clean, while others may be looking for monthly recurring services. Your role is to assist them by engaging in helpful conversation and asking relevant questions. Keep the tone friendly, casual, and professional while ensuring the conversation remains focused. Reflect their language, keep responses short, and avoid emojis. Had to put that. If you like emojis, that's all you. I like to be professional. Your goal is to get answers to these questions organically, asking one at a time. And then these questions are going to change. Okay, these are just the ones I gave you guys. Again, everyone's going to be different. Ours is sometimes if we want to ask them if they are on a cleaning service or just a one-time. Sometimes some of the cleaning businesses, they already have that on the form. But this is just an example, okay? Again, these are examples. The main two things we care about is what specific date works for you to finalize the quote and have us give us a call. And then do mornings or afternoon work best for you. Again, this is great just to kind of just set up. I kind of made better ones, but that we're going to be testing. But again, every cleaning business is different. Just want to make sure, just in case any cleaning business is like, what? Why would you ask that? Let me just tell y'all, it's changing. But this is what I started off with. You guys are going to see those combos. Once you receive their preferred time, provide only 3 options based on the calendar slots. Giving times by the hour, 11, 12, 1. Don't push for a decision. Just offer help where needed and keep the conversation flowing. When they've answered these questions and seem interested in booking a clean, gently encourage them to schedule a no-pressure call with us. This call will allow us to discuss cleaning options and finalize the quote. Okay. Make sure the call will be valuable by having these answers handed first. Again, questions, they matter. Do not schedule an appointment if any of the following is true. I love this. They're not a homeowner interested in residential cleaning. They don't have a property in need of cleaning. Their property is a commercial space. So if you do residential and commercial, then you got to remove this. They're not willing to explore cleaning options with our services. Again, just giving you guys the bare minimum of what this looks like. And what you want to do, let's take this, and then we're going to put it here. Cool. So that is the additional instructions. Now, what we want to set up here is maximum messages before appointment goes booked. So we like to do 25. Time out value. Some people do hours. Some people do days. I'd say anywhere from 5, maybe 7 days. Let's say that the lead, even 3 days, right? It just depends. Like, you got to know your client journey. I just go in the middle of, instead of 3, 7, I'll just do 5, and then days. And then from there, what channel do you want to do? And then as long as you guys got ATP verified, that's set up. And then these branches are automatically how they are. And then what do? We hit save. Cool. Now, one last thing is some people want internal notifications. Let's say they don't get booked or it's a timeout. Then we'd probably put them through a new series that if they go through timeout or if they don't get booked, maybe put tags here that gets them through another flow. So then you guys can continue to email them, send an SMS probably a week from now, a month from now. Again, you can get really creative with building this. Okay, these are just great ideas. appointment was booked, and then we're just going to do an internal notification. And then you just send this, and then let's say you want to do an email, and then you put on the information. I'm not going to put this. It's just like this is internal notification. So let's say the subject is new booked appointment, right? So the business gets an email to their to them that they got a new lead, and then you can put even the lead's information, full name, right? This is how we just build every full name. What other info do you guys want? Maybe email, maybe a phone number, right? And then maybe the date on the calendar too. So date of the booking. Anyways, just want to give you guys that option. Now if you're done, you're just gonna hit save, right? So we save that, and then you obviously want to name it like new bot. And that is how you build your bot in 4 steps, okay? Now, just to show you guys, we run ads, and we're doing some really cool stuff with kind of bolting and leveraging all the data that we're getting to help them drive efficient leads, right? So I built a whole machine, automation, and all that. There's so many tools out there, y'all. That goes through the CRM. This is their old way. The old way is the top way, to a phone call to a close. So they would just call the leads once they pop in, boom. Versus we have this SMS that auto-schedule them in the center to a phone call. So we added this chatbot that does this. So the moment they come into the CRM, we start talking to them. The second, why? Because they're already there. They're hot. They're ready. And they're probably even shopping around other cleaning businesses. But if you message them right away, they're going to be like, oh, wow, they got a system. Boom. And then they're going to put their info. And then they get a book call to a close. So that's the new way of how to do this. Okay? I know. Super exciting. Super exciting. Now, real quick, this is just a simple price plan people are asking about. For conversational AI, let's say it's 9 messages. It's about 18 cents. And then for the SMS, I did like 9 messages of how much the SMS would cost. It's about 7 cents for those 9 messages. So if you guys look at these, so conversational AI SMS costs, let's say about 9 replies on average, which could be more, could be less. It could be about a quarter to 30 cents. Again, on average, just depends on how many questions you ask, how you're vetting them, how you're booking the call, whatever that looks like. We're going to test a lot of things that will convert the highest. And then you're looking at that as far as price points, because people ask, what's the additional? So this is kind of like ballpark on average if you're just doing standard GHL. Okay. And for all our clients, we just do standard. We don't do any upcharges and whatnot. So that's all for the white label, what we do. Okay. You guys ready for a quick thing? So this one's like, hey, Rich, this is Chrissy. I'm the lead concierge. So this is after they book it, the form, they do a form. Then our bot will hit us up right away. Okay. I've just been assigned to schedule you for a quick call so we can finalize your cleaning. A quote for Rainbow Road, Las Vegas. Are you interested? Reply stop. And then I reply, yeah, I'm interested. Great to hear. What day and time do you need the clean to happen at this address? Again, this is not a real address, y'all. Fake address. So it's just talking, right? Going back and forth. The person says, I'm flexible. I'm trying to challenge the bot. Good to know. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being immaculate, 10 being filthy, dirty, what would you give your home? I'm not sure. This clean is from my mother-in-law's house. Again, giving more friction. Understood. Can you estimate a rough idea of the current condition of her home? So it's still pressing in to get that answer. And then it says this will help us ensure we tailor the cleaning to her needs because this person mentioned their mother. So you guys see how sophisticated these bots are? Well, the kitchen could use some work. It's pretty greasy. The bathrooms have buildup. What would you recommend based on this? And then what's so cool is that the bot recommended something. Thanks for the details. Given the state of the kitchen and the bathroom, a deep clean might be best. Let's finalize the quote with a quick call. What specific date are you available for us to give you a call? It will only take a few minutes. And if you guys notice the responses and replies, it's within minutes, right? Obviously, because we're just doing it right away. But we see within a minute, it responds. Mornings are better for me any day. Noted. How about tomorrow morning, 26th September? If that works, I can propose specific times like 9, 10, or 11. Which would you prefer? Great. So it's doing exactly what I'm sharing. Okay. And it's like, hey, can you do 8 a.m.? I'm an early riser. And then they look at the calendar. The bot is like, yeah, great. We have 8 and 8:30. Which one works best? And this person says, how about 6? Can you do 6 a.m. instead? So we just wanted to challenge the bot. And the bot says this, I'm sorry, but our earliest available slot starts at 8 a.m. Shall we book you for 8 a.m.? 26. This is so cool. This is sometimes better than having to train a setter. We just train a bot. It does great. And because our calendar is only from 8 to 5 is what we set it to, it's saying, hey, I'm sorry, but our earliest available is 8. Shall we book you for 8? Which is so cool, right? And then we're like, 8 a.m. is good for me. Your appointment is booked for the 26th at 8 a.m. Look forward to finalizing your cleaning quote. Then if you need anything else, feel free to ask. Boom. And then it automatically books them based on their email, number, everything, all the information, because they already filled that on the intake form, right? When they joined, and it's all there. They don't have to do anything else. They're just texting back. Boom. And then now your VA, your office manager, your sales manager, whatever, if you're a cleaning business, has a book call. They wake up, right? This is 10:30. They wake up the next day and they have somebody that is ready to take a call at 8 a.m. Boom, right then and there, which is so cool. So this is the full step-by-step guide and walkthrough on how to build this, okay? If you guys want access to this doc, it'll be in my free group. And then you guys can also have access to this simple build out that we've already done. So I have a whole snapshot for that, all for free. You guys can have that. Just join my free group and you guys can have access to that. Again, this is the simplified booking bot for cleaning businesses. If you want us to install this done for you, we could talk, just get into the group or message us. I'll put some information below. You can reach out. But yeah, this is exciting. I look forward to serving y'all and giving you guys more. We're going to do a V2, V3 version of this, which is kind of exciting because we have a lot of ideas already with all the clients that we've been talking to about and bouncing back. And that's why I love this is like we have so many people talking, giving us ideas, and then we're going to implement and then we're going to make this better. So if you guys enjoy this stuff, stick close, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.